Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, we're going to explore the Primordial Tarot. Okay, so we've unboxed it. Okay, I've decided to use this for the month of October and really sort of dive deep into this, what this deck actually means. So let me just grab glasses and let's begin. Okay, so what I want to do is, when I'm starting off with learning a deck, what I want to do is get the guidebook first and have a bit of a quick read through it, and what are the author's thoughts and opinions. And then I want to do is grab a journal and start writing up the keywords. Okay, so like I've started with the full. Beginning, innocence, excitement, starting a new journey of phase of life. Okay, so I've written up all the keywords. The magician, will, skill, understanding, moving power from spirit to physical and from physical to spirit. So I've got an understanding of the keywords so that when I start looking through the deck and I let me just grab the major arcana to start with, okay? And so that we can sort of start exploring. So here's the full. Okay, looking at the full. So let me just grab, oops, don't want that one on there. Let me grab the magician, that's the high priestess. Yeah, or the great mother, should I say. So I just want to go through and have a really quick look at these cards. So if you want, if you've brought the deck and you're having a little bit of trouble with it, you're unsure of, you're having trouble remembering, I think what's really important when you're learning any new system, and I think this is really working for me now, is to actually go through and remember 2 or 3 keywords for each of the cards. And what you do is you go through and start learning the major arcana. And once you've done that, right, okay, so I must have put the magician in here somewhere, so let's have a look. There he is, there's the magician there. Okay, so I've gone through and had a look at, I've written up all the words, now I'm going through and I'm learning. Okay, beginning, innocence, excitement, starting a new journey, a phase of life for the full, right? Then I've got the magician, and I'm talking about will, skill, understanding, moving power from spirit to physical and from physical to spirit. The great mother, connection with spirit, wisdom, intuition, dreams, visions, spiritual and power. The mother, motherhood, birth, death, care, tenderness, fierceness, the cycles of nature. And then I find the father, and Sean as well, and others. Okay, so the father, right? So the father is resources, powers, governs, authority, protection, planning for the future. Then the shaman talks about spiritual responsibility, wisdom, ceremony, ritual, spiritual protection, and the lovers is actually called union. Okay, so partnership, connection, choices, desires, fulfilling a deep need. So what I do is I then go through and go, okay, so put the book aside to one side and I just go through and I just look at the cards again. I got the full. Okay, to me, new beginnings, starting fresh, excitement, happiness. There's this new birth of something new happening. So that to me. Then you've got the magician, and I'm remembering that's about using his will, his determination in a way, his focus of power, transforming the power from spiritual to physical, from physical to thing. So he has a connection to the spiritual realm through being able to manifest, what's important into the journey. Okay, we've got the high priestess, which is actually called the Great Mother, and we know she has a connection to spirit. She is talking about the ability to work with the magic, the sorcery, really understanding that connection with spirit on many levels. You could come up with other things. We know traditionally that the High Priestess is about secrets, but we're talking about ancient knowledge. So we're talking about knowledge that comes from within, being used to manifest or create, which is more about creating. We have the magician, which is more about manifesting, and manifesting beyond the illusion, or manifesting an illusion, if you like. And then you have the High Priestess, and she's creating from a sense of magic or sorcery, that sort of energy. Then you have the motherhood, fertility, abundance, that being able to connect with the cycles of nature. You've got the father talking about his being a provider, or or maybe being a protector. He is an authoritative figure in his journey. He looks after his people. All those things come to mind. Then you've got the shaman. Now this is more of a spiritual leader, so he protects spiritually. Maybe he protects you spiritually while you're traveling, while you're connecting with spirit. Maybe he's talking about rites of passage. He's talking about ceremony. All those things come into play when you're thinking about, a tradition within the tribe, if you like, or within the people. He holds that tradition. Then you have the union, which is about choices and having that sense of relationship. Maybe the relationship is an intense and raw and passionate on some level. So I go through and do that with all the cards until I have an understanding of being able to go through the major arcana, and being able to pick out a card and go, to me the star is about hope and dreams, maybe about your psychic abilities, about that connection with the with space, if you like, or with the cosmos, the universe. That connection allows you to shine a light through the darkness on some level. Okay, so we have that, and then I have that whole connection of maybe putting 3 cards together, and we look at the star talking about hope and dreams, and it may come through with the hermit being in isolation. Maybe it's about being silent, being able to understand and get wisdom through isolation, through wisdom, through silence, and it brings a sense of a new beginning to the journey. So you see the understanding of the basic keywords, how that's sort of starting to sort of increase my use of being able to do a daily reading. So this is just sort of starting off really, really basic. It took me a few days to go through and learn just the major arcana, right? A day or two to just learn the major arcana. And then once I've done that, I've gone through and learnt all about the soul cards. So I've gone through writing out the keywords for each card and the names of each card. So let's have a look and see if I can remember as we've gone through just the soul cards. Okay, so I've gone through, written them all up in the book. Okay, looked at the keywords. Whoops, I forgot the chariot in that one. Okay, so that's alright. So now we're going to look at the soul cards, and I've written, like I said, I've written them up in the book, written up all the keywords, and I've gone through. So let's see, we've got one which is etchings. Okay, remember every one or ace is etchings. Okay, so we're etchings of the soul. So that's about new beginnings. Then we've got 2, which is age of the soul. Okay, and that's about objectivity or objectivity. Then we have 3. Okay, that's the mask. Okay, the mask of the soul is about balance restored, or you're caring for a relationship. Okay, so I've got a couple of keywords there that sort of makes sense to me. Okay, so 1, 2 and 3. So we've got 4, which is about 4. This one is about the bone, right? Bones of the soul. Okay, bones of the soul is about definition, finding your path, seeking and finding. 5 is stone of the soul. Stone of the soul talks about the truth of the situation, okay, but it also talks about a sacred space. I mean, there's other information as well, but I'm just doing the basics. 6 is right of the soul. Right of the soul talks about honouring, respect, all those things come into play there. Okay, so we've got 6, then we've got 7, which talks about era. Okay, era of the soul is about looking to the future. Okay, it's about technologies, looking to the future. Inventions, looking to the future, that sort of thing. Okay, so 8 talks about spirit of the soul. Spirit of the soul is talking about doubts. Okay, there's doubts in the situation, unsure. 9 is birth, meaning things are birth of the soul. Things are difficult, but so worth it. You know, the rewards, the benefits are extreme there. Got 10, which, oh shoot, mine went blank. And that's okay to begin with. Remember, we're just learning here, so we're just discovering. 10 is environment. Okay, environment of the soul, and this is about illumination, and you know, you're getting some understanding in the situation. Okay, so now we have the child of the soul, which is life lessons. The animal of the soul, which is about danger, being aware of danger. Okay, then you've got the woman of the soul, which is about choices needing to be made. And here you've got the man of the soul, which is life lessons. So now we've got an understanding of that. And then, so now we've gone through, we've got an understanding of what each of the cards are and what they mean. You know, their numbers, what their numbers are and all that sort of thing. Okay, so you've got an understanding. So now we're going to randomly choose a card. And we go, oh, that's new beginnings. That's cool. Okay, so we've got new spiritual journey along us. There might be some doubts going on. Okay, straight away we've got that, the doubts. So it's about finding the answers, seeking the answers and finding them. So you're asking yourself a question, you are reviewing the answers that come to mind. Maybe they're just coming through divination, maybe it's through casting, maybe you're casting the bones, maybe you're using the cards to get the answers that you actually need. So this here is how I start to learn all about the soul suit. Okay, and so I'm going to explore that with the other suits. Okay, so we're looking at the nature. Okay, we're looking at the jewels, and we're looking at the blood. Okay, and we're going to do that same thing with each of those cards, and that's how I'm going to start to really sort of start to get to know what the cards actually mean when you're doing just a little 3-card reading. And then what I do is I combine the major arcana with the suit that I've achieved, that I've gone through. And I go through and I just shuffle them all in there. I've got no idea what's going to come up. And I just go through and just go, okay, we've got right. Okay, we've got the right of the soul. Ooh. And we've got the stone of the soul. And we have the standing stone in the major arcana. Okay, so the standing stone is like the tower, right? So it's like you have this achievement and you're going to build or rebuild something that maybe been destroyed, or something that sort of allowed you to sort of stand on top and look at your achievements, you know, and you're building what's important to you in your journey. So you've got this honouring, and you've got this truth, and you've got the sacred space that you might be building. So I start to sort of build a bit of a picture about how the cards actually start to work together. So it's really exciting to see this. So every day is little things I'm going to be working with these cards, and we're going to see how we develop and grow within this journey. And you may see as the progress grows, different things that we try. Look, we'll go through and do the different spreads. At the moment I've just done those 3 basic cards there, just to have a look at how the cards sort of merge together, just to begin. So that's it from HeKate's Crossing. Take care and blessed be. Don't forget to check the links below. Check the links on my on the channel, and to also like, subscribe and ring that bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. That's it from me. Take care and blessed be.